going to be perusing the rights of entertainment and infotainment together. Yes, because there is a lot that has been packaged just for you to savour with lots of aroma, by the way. Because yes, we're going to be bringing you interesting facts as far as the breakfast show is concerned. And yes, it is another time for us to savor the moment. But hey, before we begin for today, we take on this musical break, and when we come back, it's just gonna be you and I.
Sungina kungalma Wini dembe aduni Anini Venyendi ngara Venkuyena Sungina kungalma Emwe Wini dembe aduni Anini Venyendi ngara Venkuyena
Ask ya. See me hurting, I know if you hide the pain. I did bend my effort down cause I did shame. Wondering when the day go bright again. The streets covered up in blood, it's a fail. Devil done the use sweet, slowly it'll kill we. Mommy the looky picking way no day for hella pee. Little kids in the streets faced with tragedy, crying out for help, oh Lord, where the remedy? Bullets in the streets and the drugs them for tear. First there was the boys, right now even the girls. Where do we turn for solace, where do we go for help? Do we really sleep when we lay down in a bed? What do we tell the kids when they can't sleep at night? Because they be afraid of waiting with this in life. Nobody is safe anymore. We ain't safe anymore.
Sungina kungalma Imwe Wiri dembe aduni Anini Venyendi ngara Venkuyena
You have guns so that you protect the streets, but commotion on day now because you kill Pekin. Then it's a mistake. What really is your gain? Oh, you cause with pain. A man is small picking where they carry a soul. It breaks cut out the floor before the mash and it go. Oh, as a mom I swear my heart is broken. I don't know who for trust again, even my spirit is broken. We run away from home because it's no longer safe. To hide out in the tears that is also not safe. That's smelling in the air like it's beasts of no nation. Where is the peace in our love-filled nation? I swear what I don't dry for my eye. And as of now, man don't even know step when he go die. Rest well, little babies, till we meet again. Rest well.
Sungina kungalma One in book is when inside of me guy, inside of me guy, inside that guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cavanias, if you have a meaning, back when we are, you could say, oh.
Delish on the beat.
Yes, that was when this particular song came out. I think everybody was, just marveled and least expected. It was an amazing one there with Askia and Mr. Leo. I must say, having a recount of what has been going on, and in fact, it's been a sad one. It's been a sad page, and that song just reminded us of how much we need to hold on to peace, how much we need to come together, and how much you need to look at someone else as your brother. Like, if you're going to hurt someone else, ask yourself, what if it's my brother? What if it's my sister? Or what if I was the one in this shoe? How is it going to be? It just reminds of the fact that we should come together, and we should also love one another and be our brother's keeper, just like the word of God says. Okay, this time around we are shifting the light towards our very first loss for the day, which is did you know? Yes, and on today's did you know, we've been talking about a lot of things, but there's this one particular thing that I feel like we haven't spoken about it, or we haven't even heard about it, which happens to be our feet. Yeah, our feet. Often at times, we want to, when we're in the bathroom, you want to bathe, you take your time to scrub your body, take your time to scrub your neck, scrub your hair. Do you take your time to scrub your legs? Maybe especially for those who are very much in a haste to bathe, like short, 5 minutes, you're done. Some people don't even take up to 5 minutes. Literally, somebody walks into the bathroom, and the next 2 minutes you're seeing the person, and I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure you're like, should we check if you're clean? Because, and somebody will say, no, it's not about the amount of time that you've taken. I think it's about the amount of time, if you ask me. Or maybe it's not about the amount of time, but what you did within a short space of time. But were you actually able to complete that little within a short space of time? And if you were able to, was it proper? Did you achieve like the clean part of it? Anyways, this morning, like I said, we are talking about our feet. Yes, we are talking about our feet. And what is it about our feet this morning? We're just going to find out something very, very small. So for the very first one, ditching your foot distorting. Did you know that ditching your foot, distorting shoes, and going barefoot can help you gain control of your feet by naturally improving your balance and body awareness? Yes. So ditching out, when is it ditching out your foot? Like, leave the legs, let them cool. You see somebody, like, probably you went to work in the morning, you had this, this cover shoes on. Probably it could be ballet, it could be these sport shoes, it could be like, especially men, I think they need to take time to take care of their legs once more. I would say once more, because some do. I would say once more because I feel like it's almost one of those things that they don't really pay attention to. Imagine you staying with a pair of shoes from morning till 6 o'clock. Hey bro, da. Okay, let's say you didn't have the time to, remove them. Probably you were busy and up front. Okay, let's say you were busy. The next day, what do? You clean and sun. Yeah, because that's why we start having people always talk of mouth odor, body odor. There's also foot odor. Yeah, there is foot odor. There are people who, if they remove their shoes, yeah, my sister, you will not breathe. As in, literally, if they walk into a place and everybody was asked to remove their shoes, some of you, they will need to separate you, like take you from one room to another. They will need to literally separate the rooms that you find yourselves in. But if you could, pay more attention to your feet, and we're talking about ditching. I said ditching your feet, and ditching your foot, distorting shoes, and going barefoot can help you gain control of your feet by naturally improving your balance and body awareness. Yes, can help to improve your body balance, help to improve body awareness. Now, when we talk of body awareness, is the part that I'm talking about you taking care of your feet, staying with shoes for more than like hours, like not just us. Let's say if you're going for a conference and you had those shoes on, probably you will not be in a room and then you're taking off your shoes. Impossible, right? But what you do after that is what is most important. And also, don't wear shoes that are not yet dry. Jeez, like, don't wear shoes that are not yet dry. Try as much as possible, or if you must wear them, then they should be maybe a dry part. It's not even, what am I even telling people to do? No, don't even try it, because at the end of the day, that's where food odor comes from. Yeah, I was saying that we know about mouth odor, we know about body and all of that, but we don't know, there's food odor, right? And I think this is one part that most people don't really talk about, because by the time for mouth odor, it's very very it's very very strong. Like, by the time you're talking to somebody and the person is looking at you, like, okay. But when body odor is the same thing. But foot, maybe those legs of yours are always, those feet of yours are they're always bottled up in these shoes, and somebody can barely get them if they stink. But if you had to take off time and take care of them properly, you don't wear shoes that are wet. First of all, if you come back home late, let's say you had a very busy day and you were all in shoes, you come back home very late, what should you do? Remove the shoes. If you can't turn them because probably it's night, the next day in the morning, I think that's what you should do. And then it's a very very dirty habit to gather your dirty shoes. It's very dirty. Like, by the time you come back, just wash them, or probably the next day in the morning. I think that's the best thing to do, because when you keep, okay, let's say by the time you want to wash, all the odor has bottled up inside, and then you just do like one or two touching, bam, according to you, you've washed. By the time you want to wear those pair of shoes again, you get a very strong odor, which is not good for your liking. It's not good for your liking, first of all. Then imagine if it was somebody around you, it will not also be good for the person's liking, right? So take care of your feet. It's one of those places that if you are, let's say if you're going for a conference and they're like, okay, we want to see something, let everybody remove their shoes, let's run from here to there, and everybody's removing theirs, and you're like, me, I don't walk bare feet. It's not like you don't walk bare feet. You know what is going to happen if you remove. So why don't you just save yourself all that stress and take care of them? Maintain, like, clean them, and always clean your shoes too. And then we move over to the next one this morning, which is still about feet. And so, did you know that your feet are constantly talking to your brain? Yeah, do you know about that? Is it your brain talking to your feet, or your feet talking to your brain? Which one is communicating? At the end of the day, the most important thing is there's a communication going on, right? And we're telling you this morning that, did you know your feet are constantly talking to your brain? Yeah. Let's say you want to go somewhere. Okay, probably after this I have to head to the general hospital, or maybe my brain will tell though they say the feet one, it's below to top. Okay, so the feet tells my brain that, okay, we are heading towards general hospital, and then the brain now converts it and tells the feet that, okay, let's move. We are moving and we are heading to the general hospital, right? Anyways, the most important thing is that there's a communication going on. So one person tells the other what to do, and the other person tells the other what to do. All the movement, it's just like muscles, like anything that wants to take part in your system. And somebody was like, these people in relationships, somebody will say that, I don't know what came over me, but you traveled from here to Kongsamba to go and cheat. What happened? Where did the communication start? Like your feet, like you use your feet, right? You move, and then somebody was like, oh, you even ate soya on the way. And then you were insulting the man that was telling the soya because you did not give your change correctly. Anyways, that's an aside, and that's it for our Did You Know this morning. We are moving straight away onto our topic of discussion. And yes, this morning just going to be talking something very very common, something that I feel like all of us already know. So this morning we are talking about daily routine. So quick one, topic of discussion is, what is your daily routine, and is it boring? What's your daily routine? Is it interesting or boring? As for me, what's my daily routine? I'm beginning to feel like I'm almost living, I don't like living a routine life. Like, I feel like I have a problem with that. Living a routine life. Let's say, okay, that you wake up in the morning, 7 o'clock, I'm here. After that, probably I have a few stuff to do around the journalist part of me, not the, and then I have a few things to do, maybe little errands here and there. So what's your daily routine? Is it boring or interesting? First of all, tell us where you're watching us from. You have the number there on your screen. Tell us where you're watching us from and what's your daily routine. Is it boring or interesting? Thank you so much. And yes, we are still here. We are going to take this musical break, and when we come back, we talk something different.
Man, I gonna linger on the microphone. Again, la dégâne de Yano. Oh, ouais. Je me sens bien ici. Ici chez moi. Le commerce c'est mon petit paradis. Big up à vous qui êtes en bain là-bas. Je vous pense. Mais il faut aussi que vous me pensez. Oh ouais non, pensez. Comme je vous aime. Il faut aussi que vous me aimez. Vous me aimez non. Ça c'est dit. Je ne suis pas français. Quitte là-bas. Mais je connais parler française. Je ne suis pas bon dans l'anglais. Mais dans le bidon je suis à l'aise. À l'aise. C'est pour moi un cadeau d'être né camerounais. C'est pour moi un cadeau d'être né à Konolinga. C'est pour moi un cadeau d'être de l'ouest, du nord et du sud-ouest. Oh mes frères, unissons-nous, peuple camerounais, tenons-nous main dans la main. Allons de l'avant, au peuple camerounais. C'est pour moi un cadeau d'être né de Douala. C'est pour moi un cadeau d'être né à Maroua, Garoua, Bertois et Boleva. C'est pour moi un cadeau d'être de l'Afrique en miniature. Ouais. Oh mes frères, unissons-nous, peuple camerounais, tenons-nous main dans la main. Allons de l'avant, au peuple camerounais. Comme on le dit, c'est l'union qui fait la force. Quand on est unis, n'importe quel chemin on amorce. Ici que ta maman pour réveiller ne va se bien mettre à terre. Ici que ta maman ne va se nuire à notre père. Je ne peux pas refuser mon originalité. Je ne peux pas refouler mon identité. Je suis camerounais, terre de l'aide. C'est Dieu qui m'a fait comme ça. Que bien dit que l'année bien demande camerounais. Et puis quoi, moi je m'en fous. C'est devenu bizarre. Même ton propre frère camerounais, quand il t'affiche, il dit vois-moi un camerounais. Donc camerounais est devenu une insulte. My brother, let's stand together. My brother, let's stand for peace. We are one to know. Man, I gonna link and tell you true. We are the same thing, you know. I sing for my nation, fight for my nation. I feel like for my nation. C'est pas un débat, c'est une information. Okay. I sing for my nation, fight for my nation. I feel like for my nation. C'est une information. C'est parti. Ah, laisse-moi. Oh. C'est comment? C'est toi qui as. Oh.
Je te corrige, tu
God on the mix.
comme un bon Camerounais.
Tu me corriges que je suis le cahier. Merci pour le compliment. Camerounais fier de l'être. Ah oui? Ah, Pomlo.
Welcome back, and yes, we are still right year, making sure that you get premium entertainment, and also not just premium entertainment, going on this early morning ride with you. Yes, because it is the breakfast show at High Television, Malingo Buea. Yes, and it is Gbamu, which means we're wishing you, saying good morning to somebody and just saying, Gbamu. I feel like the Gbamu is much more appetizing. So we're telling you, like, it's like there are a lot of wishes inside the Elela and the Gbamu. Yes, we are still seated right here. And before we took on this musical break, I was talking to you about our topic of discussion, which is, what is your daily routine? Is it interesting or boring? First of all, tell us your daily routine. Like, if somebody had to ask you, what do you do every day? Some people it's not a routine, others it's a routine. But most of the times it's a routine. Let's say if you are always going to work in the morning, and if, let's say, when you apply for a job, you're giving your job description, except it changes once in a while, but you already know that okay, when I go to work in the morning, this is what I'm supposed to do. Probably I'm supposed to write the report early in the morning about the previous day, or I'm supposed to attend to customers. Okay, attending to customers, it might not really be a routine, because you get to meet different persons, with different tempers, different atmospheres. One person is like, good morning, I want to buy sugar. Another person is like, good morning, I want to buy sugar. Another person is like, hey, this is my boy, you're having my change yesterday now. Another person is like, this woman, you like to hold people's change. I'm just giving you a typical example of someone who sells out there, like somebody who sells in a provision store. Others in the markets, they might have their own routine. Like, people always coming to argue prices, even though not everyone argues prices. There are people, when you just tell them, okay, it's 10,000 francs, that they just remove and pay. And then you have this other set of customers. Jeez, you tell them it's 10,000 francs, and they start telling you I have 1,000. Sister, are you serious? Like, you have 1,000, I say it's 10, I didn't say. And then you have to bargain with them, bargain. Some you bargain and they end up buying, and others you bargain and they don't end up buying. So for business persons, I think it's not really much of a routine, except for the fact that you get to attend to persons. But for those who have to go to their job site, it's almost a routine. Like, okay, I have to fill the balance sheet, I have to write a report, I have to attend to clients, I have to go pick up maybe there's this thing that you always go and pick up, or it's different. So what is your own daily routine? As for me, after talking, probably I have a few stories to edit, news items, and after that, let's say, what else. Yes, basically that's just mine. After that, yeah, maybe if I can write a report, okay, fine. If I cannot, then I go home. Yeah, that's just it. I go home, look for what to eat, or I need to do a couple of things, and then that's it. So for me, sometimes it's not boring, because I love what I do. Yeah, so I hardly get the time to, except for when I'm exhausted, that I feel tired and I'm like, it's boring. But if I'm not that tired and not exhausted, I find it very, very okay. So this time around, we are going to be talking about something different. Where you're watching us from, the number is there on your screen, so let us know where you're watching us from. Send us a text message, or a text message via SMS or WhatsApp, whatever the case may be. Okay, so this time around, we are about talking something different. And yes, Buea is going to be hot very soon. Should I say hot or culturally hot? I don't know what the case may be, but Bando is coming up. And it's all about memories, and also communing together with one another. But hey, I can't say all of that, because we have an amazing lady who has recently visited our team, ITV Boys recently visited the Paramount chief, who got to spoke to her about, you know, the upcoming festival and why he decided to bring that up, especially now. So we are going to get that from Madam Alice. Okay, let's get this video and you get to find out lots more about Bandu.
Hi televiewers, you're welcome to the royal palace of the paramount ruler of Buea, Chief Dr. Robert Esukambila Endeli, who was coronated last year, 2022, 19th of March to be precise. Hi TV has made this August visit to find out about one of the things he mentioned during his coronation, the Bandu. In his word, I am going to revamp or revive Bandu in Buea. ITV has come to find out what measures, what efforts are being put in place to ensure that this vision is realized. Televiewers, you're welcome back. Time for us to present to you the paramount ruler of Buea, Chief Dr. Robert Esukambila Endeli. Your Majesty, it's a pleasure to have this session with you.
Thank you.
We have come here today to talk about the Bandu. First of all, we want to find out what actually motivated you, what pushed you or crossed your mind to start thinking of reviving Bandu in Buea.
It's a great honor and an opportunity for me also to lay out my vision of the new dawn in Mokweland. The outcome of this coronation should be our unity. Unity amongst us as Cameroonians, but more so unity amongst us, the Muslims. One of the priorities of my reign is that we see the return of our annual cultural festival that we call the Mbando. The Mbando is not something that I invented. The Mbando is something that the Bakuri people, the people of Akura, have always had. If you read the history of the Bakuris, you will know that every village in Bakuri land had a Mbando of their own. The Mbando was the Chief Justice of the land, the Mbando was the Supreme Court of the land, he was the Procureur General, and he was the Discipline Master of the town. If you did something wrong in Bakuri history, you got punished by the Mbando. And so this culture had died, and that's why the Bakuri man has suffered for a few years, or many, many years now. And so me, like the king of the Bakuri people, one of my missions that God gave me was to revive the Mbando and bring it back to life.
Okay, you just mentioned is the everything when it comes to the Bakuri man. We wish to find out, is Bandu a kind of god?
No, the Mbando is not a god. The Mbando is actually a special tradition of the Bakuri people. To be more precise, each village had a Mbando, and the Mbando were a set of rules and regulations that guided people around that village. And so, if you did something that was wrong, you were punished by the Mbando. But over time, what our ancestors have wanted, and they had really written this down, was that they wanted a Mbando that ties all the villages together. Instead of having one Mbando for each village, it made the Bakuri man a little disunited. Because of the structure of the way the earth has evolved, where we have roads and access to the internet and communication has made things easier, it makes sense to have one Mbando now. Before they had individual Mbandos, because by the time you leave from Ekona Lelu to come to Buea, it might take you 2 days. And so communication was not easy. But now that we are all communicating and there's a better road network, it makes sense to have one Mbando. Now the Mbando is not a god. In Bakuri, people have two main gods. We have the god of the mountain and the god of the sea that we call the Pasamoto, Nyangunangmana in Limbe. But the Mbando is not a god. The Mbando is, like I said, is the Procureur General, is the justice of the land. If we could pass a law, like in Ekona Lelu, they passed laws that prevented men from doing certain obscene things in the farm. And if you did those kind of things, you died immediately. And so we are not going to be that stringent this time around because younger people are easy to break laws. But we are going to, Mbando itself is a statement that we are making that we are up and running. We are not Anglophones or Francophones, we are just Bakuri people. That's our culture, that's our language, that's our thing, and we want to demonstrate to the world that we are still up and strong.
The child parade on the back signifies that child.
The acceptance rates of the Bakuri people and how they are also working towards achieving this vision.
Well, the acceptance rate has been good, but there's some worry. Some older people who really understand the impact of Mbando are worried that if we bring the Mbando in its entirety the way it was done by our forefathers, a lot of people will die. And we don't want that. So we are taking the Mbando in a slightly different direction. There will be two phases of the Mbando. There will be the spiritual immersion that the chiefs will do at the back, and then there will be the cultural animation, which is what everybody else will partake in. The acceptance rate on that has been really good. I've been to the Wovia clan, which has about 4 villages. You have Dame, Wovia, Botaland, and one other village, Chief Molindo's village. I can't remember the name on top of my head. They've accepted it very, very well. That's one part of Fako that is enclaved in an area that people don't really know. I've been to Motengene Mobuenga. The acceptance rate has been very, very well there. So we have seen a lot of enthusiasm towards the recognition of the Mbando, and we hope that this will be demonstrated from the 10th to the 16th when the Mbando will hold in Fako.
Okay, you just made mention that there is a bit of worry. The older people are a bit worried about maybe the younger ones will break the rules. And so what are you going to do about that?
Well, I cannot disclose everything to you because that's the mystical part behind the Mbando. But we will. The Mbando is coming in a new time, new era, and so there are strategic changes we have to make to it, such that it's convenient with the times. So we are very cognizant of that.
Let's look at the festival itself, the plan of action. What are the things that are going to be happening on that day? How is it going to look like?
Oh, we are very elaborate in how we want the Mbando to be. We want each of the corners of Fako division to actually feel the Mbando. So we are touching all the subdivisions in Fako. The Mbando will be held in Edi now, the parts that will be held in Limbe, the parts that will be held in Moyuka, parts that will be held in Tiko, Motengene, and Buea. So we've come up with a really elaborate program scheduling all those subdivisions into days of the Mbando ceremony itself, such that there will be a canoe race in Limbe. There will be a trip to the goddess of Limbe, Nyango Nangmana, which is a full day's event where people paddle slowly in a special attire to go and consult the gods in Limbe of the seas. They will come back with a message from the gods that we'll keep, and then there will be canoe race in Edi now. There will be tug of war and some other activity. We'll go to Tiko and fight wrestling on the Hallford newly out by the beach. We'll go to Moyuka and do something else, and then we'll sum it all up here in Buea. In Buea, there will be a 2-day ceremony, and one of those days is that the people of the mountain area will also go to the mountain to go bring a message from the gods or in Pasamoto, and then to combine with the message from the gods in Limbe and the gods in Buea, we'll all join and deliver to the Fako people what the gods have said for that year. So each year we'll bring a message of what the gods are saying, and then we'll end it in a very big ceremony again in Buea the following day, where we'll invite all the dignitaries and everybody in Cameroon to actually listen to the message that our gods have given us. There will be cultural display, dances of all types, spiritual and cultural dances. There will be ecumenical service in our own language that we've never heard before. So it will be a wonderful event.
We have a lot of Bakweri groups young groups, we have those of women, we have those of men, and all of that. Measures taken to get to these people so that they really get actively involved. We'll talk of race, we'll talk of dances, and all of that. They are the ones to carry out those activities.
Oh, yes, we have created a steering committee to manage the Mbando. The steering committee has a cultural committee that has touched chiefs and indigenes of all the areas of Fako division, such that we want total contribution of all the groups, all the animation groups, cultural dances that our children have not even seen, the ones that are getting extinct, we want to revive them during this Mbando. And so we want to make sure that every strata of life in the Fako man gets touched, from the old to the young, to the babies, and even to the unborn. We want to make sure there's engagement of all, because this is actually a lesson more to younger children than to us. A lot of younger people, in a quest to keep the tradition of the Mokwe man going, we want these younger people to learn about these things. If they learn about it, there's a tendency that they will actually continue it. For we always say that whoever doesn't have a culture is a slave, and we don't want our children to become slaves.
It is similar to what the people in Douala, they always do. They always see them.
That's correct. The Douala people have their own that they call Ngondo. Ours will be more elaborate because it will not be done just in one place. It will touch all the subdivisions. And so we want every corner in Fako to feel it. There are areas in Fako that people don't even know it's a Bakuri place, like Motengene. They call it Cham. Cham is not even a Bakuri word. That's the word from another language, from another region, that means home. But Motengene's full name is Motengene Mogbinga, which is a Bakuri name. There are places like Edi now. If you go to, you probably hear people speaking more Oron language of Nigeria than Mokwe. So we want to put our foot on the ground, make a public statement that this is our land. We are Bakuri people. We welcome everybody to our land, but we have our cultures and traditions that we expect people to obey.
I want us to talk about sustainability. The bundle, we are having it now. Is it going to continue, or is the first and the last?
Oh, our goal is to make the Mbando a yearly event, a yearly celebration, just like the people, our brothers in Douala do. And it's not very hard to make it a sustainable event, because one of the byproducts of the Mbando will be a Fako multi-purpose cultural center that we're going to raise money to construct. We're actually receiving donations towards that effect now. There are chiefs who have started giving us land for that multi-purpose center. The chief of Sase, I'm proud to say, gave us close to a hectare of land that we are processing the paper now for a multi-purpose center. We are also working with the government administrators to also get land here in Buea for that. Because it will not just be a multicultural center of sorts, it will be a library where the day I die, my crown will be laid in a glass box, so children will come and see my name on it, and they know there was a king in Buea who was called Jifesuka Indeli. There will be a cultural museum where artifacts like the basket that women carry on their backs to mountain that you don't see these days, they will be there. There's a special basket called Likwenji that were male also carried on their backs. You don't see that anymore. But we want to put those artifacts there as a memory of our culture doesn't perish. Because as things are evolving with the technology and everything, there's a tendency that the culture gets diluted. So the Mbando itself is not just an event, but it's a whole movement, it's a whole celebration of our culture for years to come. So we have faith that even if I die, the Mbando will not die, because the Mbando is not me. The Mbando is bigger than me.
We'll just give you the opportunity now to talk to the Bakuri people, to talk to the people of Fako about the bando and how you want them to really be involved.
Well, I want all my people to come out, even if you are 2% of Bakuri, or 5%, or 10%, or 15%, or any percentage that you think you come from Fako. And I use the word Bakuri in a very inclusive term, meaning that our brothers from Bomboko, which is our roots, they are on the other side of the mountain from Edina going up. Our brothers on Wovia, who speak a slightly different dialect from the way the people back English speak. Our brothers from the Isu people are people of Bimbia, who form Bonabile, Bonangombe, and Dikolo the villages. Our brothers from Tiko and Mongo, and our brothers all the way into Moyuka from the Balong people. I use the umbrella term Bakuri. And I welcome you all to the Mbando, because the Mbando is all about the Fako man. I want you people to come out in your numbers and in your colors. Bring your children and your grandchildren, because some of us might not be there when the next Mbando is happening. But let us use this opportunity to bring everybody together. It's a demonstration of our unity. I think it's commonly said in English that together we stand, divided we fall. It's an opportunity for us to put our foot on the ground and attest that this is our land. We own it, we dominate it, we rule over it as God wanted us to dominate the earth.
Televiewers, that's where we come to the end of this session. More is going to be coming your way concerning bundle, as High TV is going to be at the forefront to give you information about bundles.
Many thanks to Alice Ike for that wonderful one there. It's quite amazing to know that we are going to be having the bundle in different places in Buea and also out of Buea as well. Yeah, it's one of the cultural events that has, like he said, he's going to bring it up back, like revamp it and revive it. And yes, we are still right here as far as the morning show is concerned. And before we took that, I asked you about what's your daily routine. Let us know where you're watching us from and what's your daily routine. Is it boring or is it interesting? Do you find it appealing? What makes you feel like waking up every morning and doing one and the same thing, or having to change places, just what makes you feel like it's amazing to have that whole package, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do in the morning and this is what I'm supposed to do in the afternoon. So how does it feel for you? Is it boring or is it interesting? And yes, this time around we are still talking about our topic of discussion to make sure that we get your own side of the story. I already told you about mine. I don't feel like it's boring because, well, except for the days that I'm overworked and I get tired, I literally just feel good about it because it's one of those things that I do with ease and I do without stress. Stress could make it boring because you have to break your head, your temperature is rising, you're thinking of what next to do, and sometimes maybe you can't even meet up to what you had to do, so it becomes a thing of, they say join that does not join. My people will say that. So it all depends on how you take it and how you receive it also. So this time around, I think we've been talking. Yes, there's a lot more in store for you, but before we do something else, let's take on this musical break, and when we come back, we continue the show.
Jaja Fresh.
Welcome back, and yes, we are still beaming live in the studios of High Television Malengo Buea, and yes, you are still on to the breakfast show Elela Gbamu, and yes, this time around we are shifting the lights and the cameras towards something else. But before we talk on that something else, hey, the number is still right there on your screen, which means you can tell us where you're watching us from, and also do well to send your contribution to our topic of discussion. Or asking this morning, what is your daily routine? Do you find it interesting or boring? What is it for you? And maybe you can tell us one or two things that you do every day, one or two things that you cannot, like a day can't go by without you doing it, even when it's an off day for you, but it's part of your daily routine. So just let us know where you are watching us from, and yes, we will be glad and it will be amazing to know that you are, glued to that screen of yours and also taking part. Yes, we are having a breakfast, having this breakfast together with me. I've been having the breakfast alone. I just want to know if you are also, don't just be enjoying the breakfast just like that. Share with me, and sharing with me means tell us where you're watching us from, send us a good morning message, and tell us just two things about your daily routines, that two things that cannot be missing from your daily routines, and tell us if it's interesting or boring. I already told you about mine, and I find it quite interesting. And yes, talking about daily routines, for business persons it's different, for drivers, taxi drivers is different, for workers is different, for parents it's different. And one of those things that is not really, it cannot be missing from parents is something that we are going to talk about. And I have an amazing lady with me here this morning, head of the marketing department, Adeline Anyuko. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Rita. Good morning to all our viewers out there, and happy start of the week.
How are you doing?
I'm doing quite good.
It's a Monday morning. I think Monday, parents like Monday. Should I say so?
No, we don't like Monday.
Are you sure? Because you don't get to do a lot of things on Monday. Probably everything is just at home. Like you have to do everything just in the house.
I think you're referring to parents at this part of the country.
Yeah, maybe this part of the country.
Monday has been imposed on us as a public holiday somehow.
Yeah.
But I think that it's a day that we do a lot, especially working class parents, because you need to compile. Arrange all the things that you'll be doing throughout the week. So Monday is heavy.
Okay, so before we talk about, I'll get back to you. So you did something on parents, picking up their kids from school, which is, I think it's one of the daily routines.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
it is.
All right. So we're going to get that. We're going to get that video on, parents. This excitement of parents going to pick up their kids. What the 2 p.m. means to most parents. And when we get back, we talk about it with Adeline. And
of course, enjoy the video.
And sorry about some technical issue that we're facing, but hey, the video will be yours in a moment. Let's first of all take on this musical break, and when we come back, we continue.
Yeah, and King's there. Please, stop shooting. Stop war, please. It is for the same Carol we are fighting for. How many deaths you want before they stop the war? Sommes-nous tous fils et filles d'une même terre, d'une même nation unie pour y vivre en paix. We just know when it start but never end. This is not a game. Can we just leave guns and use our brains? Please hang low from crisis. It hurts more and more each day. Please hang low from crisis. Is enough. Stop destroying peace. Wait, who'll be the actor? Who'll be the chef? Bang, hang low from crisis. It hurts more and more each day. Stop shooting moms and children. Where they gonna live? Préservons ce que nous avons de plus cher. Le cessez-le-feu n'est pas impossible. La prospérité n'est pas inaccessible. Pays béni de potentiel et d'intelligence qui piétine sous le joug de la guerre. Please hang low from crisis. It hurts more and more each day. Please hang low from crisis. Is enough. Stop destroying peace. Wait, who'll be the actor? Who'll be the chef? Bang, hang low from crisis. It hurts more and more each day. All the countries crying from everywhere. Laissez les enfants aller à l'école. Please hang low from crisis. It hurts more and more each day. Please hang low from crisis. Is enough. Stop destroying peace. Wait.
And yes, still talking about daily routines. Like I said before, they are different according to different persons. They are different for parents, they are different for workers, they are different for business persons. Some are like the word goes routine, and some are not like the word goes routine, because it differs as per the days go by. But for parents, what the 2 p.m. means for parents is what we get in this video, and when we come back, we talk about it.
We are here at St. Teresa International Bilingual Nursery Primary School, Buea, where it is exactly some minutes past 2. You want to find out what happens before the hour 2 o'clock, when some parents have to rush here like a beehive in order to pick their children. The little toddlers at the sound of the bell are looking forward to meet their parents, who are even more anxious than them. As we get to talk to some parents what the hour 2 o'clock means for them, we find out in this report. The hour 2 o'clock, better known as 2 p.m., is a special moment for most parents and guidance having children in the primary school. International Bilingual Nursery Primary School, Buea, the build-up for parents and guidance to pick up children after classes can be likened to a meeting house. Before closing time, 1, 2, 3, and in no distant time, a large crowd is gathered waiting for the sound of the bell and the opening of the school gate.
The hour, the time for reunion, the precious moment of seeing the young and tiring faces of pupils after 7 whole hours of learning, teaching, and eating is such a beautiful scene to behold. The parents and guardians, some in their office wares, are even more anxious than the little angels coming back from school. What the hour 2 o'clock means to them is very interesting.
To pick her up every day because it's my retirement duty. So me, it does not bother me. I'm very happy. For 2 o'clock, my mind is already here. I just keep saying whether she's there or whether there's something, I just drive up.
Okay, thank you so much.
That's it too.
When it's already 1:59, wherever you are, your head starts like, I need to go to school because 2 o'clock is when the school closes and you need to get your child out of school. Like all your focus is UB Junction, you need to go to St. Therese to go and get your child out of school. Yeah, so that's it. And it's really, especially now during dry season, the sun, you need to struggle when you are working, you are schooling, you need to balance the time so that 2 o'clock will meet.
Is very significant for me and my husband because it's either I come or he comes. So when it is 2 o'clock, there are a lot of things I have to go. I'm a lawyer by profession. Sometimes I had to forgo my work just to come and pick the kids. Then for my husband, sometimes he forgo his business as an insurance agent just to come and pick the kids. So it's kind of stressful, but it's something that as a parent I enjoy doing it, coming to pick my kids, because I forgot them entering the bus because I love coming to pick them at 2 o'clock. So for me, 2 o'clock picking my kids is very important and it's significant. Thank you.
The consciousness and punctuality of these parents is quite laudable, and some children, 2, 3 from the same house, have both moms and dads pick them up to ensure total safety. St. Teresa International Bilingual Nigerian Primary School has good bus services working on specific lanes like the Mile 16 Mutengeno lane, Tat Malingo Britingi and Moya lane, the main stretch of road to Bukwango, to take these children to and fro from school with a well-fenced campus. Yet, the influx of parents and guardians to pick up children when it is 2 o'clock from their classrooms under the supervision of their teachers says it all, that family, after all, is gold and parenting is a treasure.
A significant hour, just like an alarm clock. I think that's what the hour 2 p.m. means to most parents. But Adelina Nifo is here, and maybe she can tell us a little bit, especially coming from the fact that she's not just a parent but also a worker. How do you feel like when it's 2 p.m., like 2 p.m.?
Rita, it's nostalgic. It's intentional.
Okay.
Like you carve out that period and you just reserve it. Yeah, just like every other thing will be paused as far as 1:30 is coming. You mentioned I'm a student, I'm a worker and a parent, and let me add that I'm a student. My lecturers already know that I've met them. That when it's this time, if I'm not comfortable that my husband is around to pick the kids, then I'll have to leave the class and go and pick them, because like I always say, if I be no, yeah, you saw the crowds there. That's how most parents go through this. It's a bustle for parents. 2 o'clock is just amazing. 2 o'clock, it has a way of controlling your existence, especially when your kids are in school.
And it's like something that it's like just wakes you up, like, hey, is it already? I think I was somewhere one time, and then this parent was like, what's the time? And somebody said 2 minutes past 2. And
like, Jesus,
like, hey, I forgot picking them at school. So you could get that really like wake up call, like, hey, like it's almost like alarm. You know, when you have to wake up in the morning,
it's
you
an
set
alarm
an alarm
that is internalized. It's inside
just
of
there.
you. And even when the kids are picking or taking the bus service, you are still conscious, because at times they'll need to drop them at the road for you to pick them up. Let me tell you and give you a life story. When I had my fourth baby, so the other two, the second and the third, going to St. Therese, and we're living across the road this way. So it was difficult to be carrying the other baby to even come to the road to pick them, because the child was having cold all the time. It was very tender. I still had to pay extra bus fee, because I did not want that they drop them at the side of the road and then they cross. I will pay extra, and the driver will enter the small lane that is there, and so that the kids come to the house. It has a way of defining your values as a parent, because parenting it's a divine assignment. You cannot even just feel comfortable when those little toddlers have not come back home.
And talking about part of a daily routine, I had an amazing time with my little nephew Alex. The mom was busy, by that time I think she was still trying to learn something, and then so I was practically like the mom, like I took up on myself. Like, in fact, people around that didn't see her bring the child, they knew that Rita had given birth sometime, and she was hiding the baby, because practically you see me with this child everywhere. And then I got this experience of dropping him off at school and then picking him. It was so fun. So like early in the morning, by the time I go and see him off, it's like, Auntie, bye-bye. In the afternoon, by the time I go to pick him up, like, they are so tiny. You're looking, I think nursery 1, nursery 2. So you're looking for him around, then he will be now the one now to notice you, and then just come and, this is me.
See, Rita, there is something you've mentioned. The anxiety on the faces of these young children. The at the side of their parents, you see them meandering, and then wanting like, okay, finally.
And you notice by the time you go to pick up a child, the other maybe children that are there, their parents have not come, you notice children are first of all emotional. You notice the look on their faces, like they are so sad. This is how they always there.
Like, so my own mommy has not come. By the time I've had lots of children call me mommy, like they want to follow me, they want to follow you with me, and that's just one of the routine. One of the daily routine for parents, Mondays to Fridays, all over the National Triangle.
I don't even need to ask you if it's interesting or boring, because I've had the experience. I mean, I know it's interesting. It's fun.
It is very interesting. It has a way of helping you to be focused. I think parenting gives you that grace to be able to be focused. Somebody who is not a parent, who doesn't really have this huge responsibility, or is not an auntie taking care of a child, or be ensuring that the child comes back home, you don't really, you can just do whatever you want to do. But this job, it comes to give you that consciousness, which is very important in other aspects of your life. Because once you're able to build consciousness from picking up parents and children, you can build consciousness to come on set, you can build consciousness to go to school. So it has a way of helping you develop good character for other successes in your life.
So they were talking about one time concerning, I think it was breast cancer awareness day, and we had this doctor on air, and she was talking about the fact that some workplaces, in fact not some workplaces, have to give time for breastfeeding mothers. As in, if somebody is employing you, that person needs to know that if you're a woman, that person needs to know that, okay, you need time to breastfeed your child. Because if you're supposed to breastfeed the child for 6 months, you not stay off work for 6 months. Probably you have 3 months, they call it maternity leave. Okay, so what happens after that 3 months? Do you leave the child at home, go to breastfeed the child? So she was like, no, they need to carve out time for mothers to breastfeed their children. And now this brings me to something that, okay, what about the 2 p.m.? Do workplaces, do they know that this is a very, very important time for parents? Because what if you don't have somebody who is there to pick up that child? What if it's just you, the mom, the father, and these kids at home? There's no other person. So do workplaces put that into consideration? I don't think they do in Cameroon.
I think that to answer that from the perspective of gender balance, I think this is one of the reasons why most women are really not career oriented. No, they don't grow in their career life, because there will always be that pause in a lady's life. I'm an example. I've worked with High TV and had interviews. I come and work, I go, I come and work, and I go, because at one point you're either heavy or you're either having a baby. And then to get somebody very reliable that will take care of the children in a way that you are very comfortable to be productive at workplace, it is quite difficult. So yes, workplaces should, if we're preaching gender equality, they should ensure, they should consider the monthly or yearly or existing routine of women. Know that maybe after 2 years this woman will put to bed. They should carve out. I think churches are already doing that. I remember when I was in church in Buea, there is a place where women, I was nursing my daughter by then. After or during service, the baby wants to breastfeed, you can take the baby to the nursery in the place, and then I think you could do it like that, and even put a bed in the workplace. Just create a small space where parents or mothers can. But again, with outdoor jobs, it is just, I don't know, it is just difficult, because what if you, like a journalist, you want to go out for coverage? What do you do? What do you carry the baby and go there and inspect every event ground?
Or let's say if you have to travel for this important conference, do you leave that place after 2 p.m. to go and take your child?
It cannot be that all static. I think that people who are giving birth, couples should always ensure that they make themselves, because the problem is we're looking at workplace, but most of the couples are not even thought of building something for themselves during childbearing.
And what I've also noticed is that the issue of born, these children tend to born a lot with during this time. They tend to born a lot. You find some kids probably maybe during their graduation, their nanny goes and attend. During if it's to pick them up from school, their nanny. If it's to maybe a competition in school, their nanny. If it's whatever thing they have, so automatically they born with this. They tend to bond with this. These people take care of them. And if let's say these people have their own ideologies, or these nannies have their own ideologies, that is what they tend to pass. They tend to pass it on to the kids, because
I one time Rita, parents, especially moms, become strangers to their children.
True.
So it is imperative as a mother to create time. If you see, most wives even want to be business people, because you control your time.
You can always lock up your shop. And
like Madame Jinjong from GSF, I always meet with her when it's 2 o'clock. There was a time we had a Swafi event and at a hotel in town. It was 1:50. I didn't see her in the hall again. I just knew when she came, I just embraced her. I said that He said, Mama, don't talk up. That So for women, it is a daily routine is not easy, from cooking to cleaning to picking up kids. You're forgetting one part. That's it. Doing assignment. One day like that, I had to record what I do daily. I had to record. I just was showing you in the morning, 5 a.m. you're there praying, right? You're following a church program, because a family cannot survive without prayers. You're there. Probably you've left your husband on the bed. Probably it was an all-night walk with him. You have to still get. It doesn't matter, because the day's routine will be in front of you. You must be doing it in a way that like you have to do it all and give it equal attention, because there is a way that the lapse of one can really destroy the other things that you're doing. So you are there, you must make sure that you pray. They say a good woman builds the home, so the spirituality of the home depends on you. Important. Now for periods like this, when children are going to school, you're trying to do breakfast that they take, you're trying to do packs they take to school, and then if you have to work, you're
that reminds me,
you're thinking of your husband who has to come back home and he needs to find food. Someone like me, I'll need to cook again before. Sometimes, by the time you're seeing me at 8 a.m. I've already done a lot and I'm tired.
Sometimes I look at my mom. When I look at her, I'm like, this marriage like this, that some of us are people want to marry. Are we ready?
Are we really ready? That's the question.
The thing is, I see how sometimes I'm like, Mama, you're not tired. Like, that woman can cook for Africa. Practically, she wakes up at her age, like right now. My sibling, my niece, my nephews are there. You know, they love kids, like grandkids all around. She practically wakes up early in the morning and makes breakfast for those children. Sometimes I go and look at them and say, you people, I don't understand, because some of us we did not really get.
We grew up in the
you understand? I said they are there. She'll make breakfast for them, make the one that they are supposed to take to school, and then in our house is a thing for warm water. So she practically wakes up. She does not use the boiler. She warms the water for them to bathe, makes breakfast. By the time they are up and eating, she's checking whether what has happened to the back, or whether the pen is there. After that, she starts cooking. And then our house is come and see, go and tell. As this one is as the food is getting ready, it's like they tell people that, hey, food is ready, oh. By the time the food finishes, she start preparing another. Look at her, say, and then she wash dresses on top. Sometimes I even want to help her. She's like, no. I say, it's because you're already used to, like, it's part of like a routine that this is what I am to do, and she's already used to. I look at her and say, this is the marriage that they are talking.
And it's fulfilling. It's fulfilling. I used to define marriage as taking all your strength and serving people.
Taking
so
all your strength,
whatever intellectual, emotional, financial strength you have. For example, if God has endowed me with strength, it is to serve. And the immediate place for service first is the home. So once you build that mindset, I do these things. Yes, I can get tired. If I don't tell you, you will not know that I'm tired. I'm just like, after maybe 30 minutes, I balance. Or by the time maybe I'm going to school, at the time maybe I'm coming here to work, at the time maybe I'm going for a marketing meeting somewhere, and at the time I'm going to my shop to control, and at the time you're still going the days that you're the one to teach the children, and the days that you'll be the one to study. Every day I study with them, and all of those. At times you still take them to learn how to read the Bible. So in fact, it's a lot, but God is helping us. If you want to do it, so whatever you set your mind to do, then you'll be able to do it perfectly.
True, you'll be able to do it perfectly, and that's how routines go for some parents. And you've heard it all from Adeline. That's how routine goes. I mean, it's like almost giving up yourself, like, okay, I am born to serve, I need to do this, I need to do that. I mean, work, school, parenting.
You know, at times some friends will say that you're not friendly. It's not. There are periods in your life that you cannot keep friends that much. You cannot. You will just,
because you'll not be available for so many things.
I'm unavailable. So if you're expecting me for hangouts, for some kind of, then this time I should be hanging out with my kids instead, and then once in a while on phone, and once in a while maybe we have an impulsive gathering. But that kind of young girl, that's when we're talking about this on one of our programs. We're saying that there are things you must give away when it comes to marriage. but it is very important. It is very
no
sweet.
it's but normal. I've noticed that a friend of mine recently got married. I think it's a year or two now, if I'm not mistaken. And usually we used to meet, I think almost every weekend we'll meet, you know, as friends, or every after 2 weeks, you know, we commune together or at events, because she's a lover of arts as myself, so we meet at events. But these days you hear her mama, the baby, Rita, I've not made daddy's food, Rita, I was just saying, okay mama, I understand, it's going to be different, it's but normal.
Yeah, daily routine changes with positioning in life, and
positioning,
growth, and growth,
true.
Like for now, you see me, I saw me, I came with a big bag. My daily routine now will involve reading. So like one of our lecturers, Professor Che, will say that if they start seeing you everywhere, it means you're not doing masters. You're not going to school, because there must be that chunk of time that it takes from your time. So daily routine goes with responsibility. So it's just a way of telling you that if you're not seeing your friend all the time, you can just call and check on her. Don't feel like she's snobbing on you. It is because of probably
lots of things to do,
but it doesn't still cancel the fact that even in your busy schedule, you still take out time to call your friend and check on them. How you doing? Or just a hi, at least to tell them that you're around.
True. Thank you so much, Adeline, for coming. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
once more. And yes, you've got a lot, and I think she's rounded it up. Daily routines differ according to responsibilities and according to, you know, stages in life. If you're single, your daily routine will be different. If you're married, your daily routine will be different. If you're in a relationship, if they have dropped something on your head, your daily routine will be different. Yes, so we'll be talking a lot. Thank you so much, Adeline, for coming once more.
You're welcome.
Yes, and this time around we are about talking something different. Yes, let us go get a little bit on beauty. Princess Alice Leke has been doing a lot as far as beauty is concerned. She was just moving around the streets of Moliko, and then she found out something. Is it you know, surprise package decor? We'll get to find out in the upcoming video.
Hi televiewers, Elela Gbamu to all of you out there. You're welcome to E&A Beauty Clinic. And E&A Beauty Clinic, like the name, it has a lot of beautiful things for you to see today. We are here with our sister. She's a young and beautiful lady from E&A Beauty Clinic. Good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Please, can we know your name?
My name is Alec.
And from
E&A Beauty Clinic.
Okay, we want to know, we've been hearing about E&A Beauty Clinic, a lot of talk about E&A Beauty Clinic, and High TV is here today to know what E&A Beauty Clinic is all about. What are the things that they do in this clinic?
Okay, from the name, just from the name, E&A Beauty Clinic is a beauty shop. Whether you want to look beautiful on your body spray, your body splash, you want to smell good on anywhere you go, you want to feel free with your smell, you can come to E&A Beauty Clinic, you get all of them. Again, E&A Beauty Clinic is specialized in flowers. You can get flowers that you can use to decorate your birthdays, your weddings, even your homes. Anything you need to look your home beautiful, you can come to E&A Beauty, as you can see them. You have balloons. We sell balloons for birthdays, occasions, wedding, etc. Yes, anything you want to look beautiful. We do gift box like this one in front of me. Gift surprises. If you need a surprise, we can do it there. We deliver it at your destination. No problem. We are always available 24/7.
All right, thank you. So now we want to know, because we see a lot of beautiful flowers and we used to see some of these money baskets everywhere. So we just wish to find out, can you just give us a tip? How do you do them? Let's just see how you do it.
As you can see with this one I'm having, this is a surprise gift box. We call it a surprise gift box. That's the reason why you see these traded papers on it. It's been covered for somebody. If the person wants to receive the gift, he or she will not see it directly whenever he or she opened the box. So he has to remove these traded papers to see what is inside. By removing it, you say wow. When you make wow, it's like a surprise to the person.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, we want to know the content. Is it that all the surprise package has to carry this content, or it depends on me who wants to give the gift?
It depends on the person that needs the gift. What he or she wants, they will do it for the person.
Because this one, like you can see, excuse me, sorry, you can see we have money. This is 500. Yeah. Okay, it has been wrapped and put together like this. We also have a sweet pack here, a chain. Okay, that is there, and also a perfume. So all of this is done by you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is beautiful. We
Thank
also
you.
have baskets. Can we have a basket? There are some baskets out there. Can we just have one? Because I used to see at times people carry, you come with this money basket and give to people. And this is a very beautiful basket. We should find out, E&A Beauty Clinic, do they also plate this basket?
No, we get it from Douala.
We get it from Douala. Yes. So what we want you to do, we'll just plead with you to maybe do something, okay, for us to see, all right? It should not be really, but let's see how you come up with something like this. Maybe with just flowers.
Okay. This is my gift basket. Let me say, if I want, this box can still be put inside here with other items, depending on the person's command. Yes, you place them inside. Please give me that rose, that red rose there. No, the red rose. Yes. This is a rose which signifies love.
Okay.
Yes, the person can still order for it. Then we'll put it for the person.
Yes. Wow.
This is a puff. You put. What can I still put? Okay. This is a small teddy bear.
Yes.
What can I still put? This surprise one has surprised me today, so you put. This can still be a delivery for somebody.
A delivery from somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then, like, let me say, are you the one going to deliver, or it depends on the order of the person?
It depends on the order of the person. And I would say I have an agent. If you need the person to deliver, you deliver, and then you'll be the one to settle him.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. We don't really, but exactly, let me say I'm passing and I just see, I watch my TV, I watch High TV, and I see this delivery basket and I want to come to you. How much should I be preparing to come? Like, I want to do a gift basket for my mom, for my dad, for...
Normally a gift basket, it depends on the content, in fact the items that you want inside. Yes, let me say if you want something like this, mambo, chocolate, all these soft things, yes, let me say you can budget at least 25,000. We'll do a sweet and nice gift basket for you.
Okay, we just wish to find out this gift basket or A&A Beauty Clinic. How often do people come here? Are people really making use of all of these services that you are sending to them?
Oh yes, it's very good, especially in Buea. I know Buea is a place where they love to surprise. They do give birthdays, occasion. Yes, at least let me say during the week, and in fact in the week, let me say from Mondays to Wednesday, there are days that we don't have gift basket, but weekends, especially weekends, those are the times that we are really busy in doing surprises for people.
All right,
yes.
We wish to know the age, the kind of people that come here. Is it young people? Is it only girls? Is it boys? Or do we have mature people?
No, mix. Girls, boys, fathers. Let me see a husband. He wants to surprise the wife. He comes here. The wife, same. Everybody is mixed. Yes, even you want to give a surprise for your mother, your father, you still come here, you have it.
All right.
It does not depend the age.
I wish to know the reason behind the name clinic. Is it that if I have, because there are some people with pimples, or the people with skin disease and all of that, if somebody is suffering from that, can somebody come here for it to be treated? Because I see clinic at the end of the name.
Yes. Yeah, it is true, because this place at first we were mainly on oil to make our body beautiful. But we have come to realize that Buea is a place where they love beautiful things, so that's why we have attached these flowers, all these things. If you need to do your oil mixing, you come to us, we prescribe for you. Just to have a perfect complexion, to remove your knuckles, everything we do it for you. Yes.
All right. Apart from me coming here for you to do me a gift basket, can I just come and buy my basket, buy my flour and everything and go? Do you sell like that?
Yes, I sell like that. No problem. No problem. You can still get your items, then you go and arrange it for yourself.
Okay. All right. Many people are watching you now on high television. I can also see money ahead. The one father I almost forgot. The money. Okay, you always see most of the times the money basket and all of that. How do you come up with that? And what really prompted you to come up with this idea of doing money basket and giving it out?
You know, some of these things, when you share ideas, there's some people that when you just sit in the store, they'll come say, oh, customer, I needed you to deliver me such. I'll say, oh, if you have a sample, give me, then I'll do it. That is how I came to realize that like this box, you can see this is how the money was delivered. You see this I love you inside. You grab your money, you place it inside. This is how it's been placed. As you can see, you use money to fill them.
Okay, I love you. Oh, we fill it with money.
Yes, you fill it with money.
You can come and give me this kind of thing.
Don't bother. It will reach you one day.
That's beautiful. Okay, like you deal with people, you deal with young boys, mothers, fathers, and all of that. Are your customers always satisfied? Is there ever a time that somebody has come to you and say, I'm not so happy with the pack you prepared, I'm not so... Are they always satisfied?
No, they're always satisfied because after doing my job, I first of all take a snapshot and send it to them.
Okay.
They confirm before they come here and collect. If that they say they have a problem, I will rearrange it for them to their taste, because you know customer satisfaction is always the first priority in business.
Okay.
Yes.
So how is this feeling like? I want to do a surprise to my mom, to my dad, and you are the one to go and deliver it, and the person is like, wow. How tell us that feeling for you to really go and surprise somebody, because it's always so exciting.
Really, it's true. Only the joy that comes out from the person, the surprise when he or she is receiving the gift, you see the joy. Even you that the delivery agent, you also enjoy together with the person. Just the wow, all those noise. Yes, you really enjoy.
All right. Thanks for talking to High TV. Maybe there's something that you can tell the public or anything. You have the opportunity. I can see you deal with so many things. I also see even these wedding fans. All of those things are here. It's really a beauty clinic. And anything that you want to do when it comes to beauty, you actually have to come here, situated here at Mali. Tell us, any message to the public? What do you want to tell the public? Do you do makeup?
No, I don't do makeup, but I sell the stuffs.
Okay.
Yeah, I sell all makeup stuffs, jewelries, all those things. I have them. In fact, if you want to look beautiful in and out, you come to E&A Beauty. The only thing I want to tell the general public is that when you come to E&A Beauty Clinic, there's no regret. You don't regret, because what you want, you will have it. Yes, we are not far from the junction, Tat Malingo. Immediately after Dubai Telecom, 100 meters, when you walk in, you see our shop, E&A Beauty Clinic.
There's one last thing, you know, this thing is just coming like new. At first, when somebody is having a birthday, you just buy the person a birthday gift and you go and give. This concept of making money basket, of coming and surprising people, is something that is new and is so exciting. Can you tell us what actually prompted you? What gave you this idea of coming up with something like this?
You know, when you deal with this types of business like that, you don't have to sleep. You have to go on research. You have to find out what will make your customer satisfied all the time. You bring up new ideas, new things in the market. You come with an idea. Yes, you say, okay, if you go to the market, you say, if I get this thing like this and produce this, what will it give me? Will the customer like them? That's the first reason, the first idea you have to have in your mind. So by so doing, when you have that idea, until the production is being done, first customer that come, he or she like it, definitely he or she will bring another customer to buy. Yes, because just from the look or the satisfaction that he or she has, in fact, it will make customers to come to your shop. The first thing you have to do with your shop is always satisfy your customers, no matter how it is. Better, it is obvious that at times you work on a deficit. Yes, than to expecting more profits. Because if you expect more profit at times, you will not satisfy your customers. Wow. The first reason is that always satisfy your customers. Yes.
Right. Thank you so much. And televiewers, we have a delivery basket here. It contains perfumes, give, change, money and everything. So you can do that with your loved ones. You can do that with your father. Your fathers are there, they are just sitting, you can do it. And please, I'm also open, no, you can do it for me. I'm just created here high television, okay? So you can surprise me with a money basket, you can surprise me with a gift basket, you can also surprise me even anything with flowers and everything. If you come to E&A Beauty Clinic, you get all of these things and surprise your loved ones. Some people are very lonely. Some people are just looking for somebody to say hi to them. And you just imagine that person that has been down the whole day and she just sat in her house and you come with a gift basket. You are going to make a change in that person's life. Welcome back, and many thanks to Alice Likia for that wonderful package. And yes, I'm sure you must have gotten a lot as concerns, surprises, package, decoration, and so many other things. And yes, talking about daily routines, for someone like the person we had there on screen, you could realize that she already knows like what's in for her on a daily basis. Like she already knows that, okay, probably if somebody walks into my shop, the person wants to find out maybe what best package they could give to a friend who has a birthday, or what's the best package they could give to a friend who has a wedding, celebration, anniversary, maybe what they want to decorate. They want to decorate a birthday place, and so on and so forth. So she already has it at the back of her mind. And just so to conclude this morning, talking about daily routines, I think it's even much better to have a routine, because you don't end up wasting your time. Like you don't end up leaving any stone, like just living your life just like that, because you know that, okay, from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I have to do this, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. this is what I have to do, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it goes and goes and goes. And I also think separating the different segments of your life is very, very important. So for example, you know that, okay, there's health, there's work, there is school, there is business, there is there is relationship, there is sometimes people are in a relationship and like, okay, I even forgot that I'm in a relationship, I've not spoken to this person for almost 2 days, because it's not one of those things that you get so busy and you're like, it's not part of your daily routine. Some people have alarm clocks for everything. You won't blame them, because they feel like these things are very, very important. And talking about relationships, like what Adeline was earlier saying, on like, have it as a routine to also check on your friends. If you put it as one of those things, let's say every day you just have an alarm, probably you know that, okay, every day at 4 p.m. I need to call a friend and check on them. That's an alarm for you. It's almost like, okay, it's like, that is why we get to see the importance of having a daily routine. You know that, okay, every 4 p.m. I have an alarm that I need to call a friend and check on, or I need to text somebody like, hello, how are you doing? You realize that, imagine if you have to do this like all the days of your life. Like probably people will feel like, Rita is very, very good there. She's so caring, she's so nice, she always checks on me. But it's because it's part of your daily routine, and that goes for maybe other things that you have to do in your life. Separating the different, the different parts that you have. You should know the different segments of your life: relationship, work,
health. Okay, talking about your health, you know that okay, every morning I need to maybe drink warm water, because that warm water is going to help me to for my stomach. Okay, still talking about health, you know that every morning I need to do exercise. That's a routine for you, because that exercise is going to help to reduce waste product from my system. You go to another one, you know that okay, every morning I need to maybe take a cup of milk, or I need to eat fruits in the morning. So at the end of the day, we find out that routines are not supposed to be boring or interesting, but rather they help to build us, and they help to make us very, very conscious. Because okay, you know that just like picking up kids from school, you know that okay, 2 p.m, maybe if you don't have a child, you know that okay, 2 p.m, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. If you go to certain homes, they'll tell you okay, this is not the time that we do this. They have a timetable for that. It could be boring, because maybe you always want to be flexible, like you want to do things at your own time, but with time you realize that it's part of bringing up kids in a very choreographed, I will say choreographed, or in a very in a straight manner, because they know that okay, every Saturday I need to wash my dresses. Okay, every Monday I need to fix my bed, tidy up. Not just fix your bed, because every morning you have to fix your bed. That's they already know that okay, I'm not supposed to go to school in the morning without fixing my bed or making my bed. I'm not supposed to go to school in the morning without arranging my wardrobe if my wardrobe is scattered. So at the end of the day, you're building up a very straightforward lifestyle for yourself. You're building up a very cautious lifestyle. So even if you go somewhere and somebody is doing something that is not supposed to be so, it's already at the back of your mind, and you feel very, very uncomfortable at that point in time or at that environment, because that is not what you're used to, and that is not how you grew up. Many thanks for watching us. It has been an amazing start of the week with you, and talking about daily routines, I know you are up to one this morning. All of us are up to one, and I for one, I'm already I already started mine. I hope you already started yours, because you don't want to leave any stone unturned. And like I said, make sure you go through all your routines, because they are going to help you in one way or the other live a very straightforward life, and you don't end up wasting your time. Imagine you invested money and you're supposed to carry on a tax every day. The day you miss to carry out that tax, you reduce, let's say, 500 francs from the profits that you're supposed to make. So you lose money, you lose time. But if you have a routine and you follow them, then you're not going to lose on anything, except for social life, which you could also include in your routines. Many thanks for watching us, and yes, it is about time for us to go leave you, but tomorrow is another day for the breakfast show, because just like a routine, there's no way we can't have breakfast in the morning, and there's no way we can't have the breakfast show in the morning. Big thanks to